We've done it. It's time for us to do an intro, and it is daytime instead of it being nighttime like always. And it's literally fixing to be nighttime, of course. So, hey, look, we barely caught it. We got a daytime intro. Oh, goody. Now, there's nothing fancy to say about this one, nothing crazy to say at all, other than that we did a thing a few episodes ago where we set up a thing at a separate base, technically, because that's the only way you can do it. Way over there, if I zoom in great style in the editing phase of this video, you will see a mineral extractor off in the distance, and that's good because that means we can get 250 copper at a time, right? 250 copper when that thing fills up. But there's an obvious issue with that, which is that we want more than that, right, each time. And so, today we're going to unlock the thing that allows us to store more of it so that it can gather more at a time. Or at least I think, because actually I don't know what I'm doing in this game at all. Pretty sure that's what the thing is that I'm going to unlock is going to do. And so also, we're going to use the mineral extractor on other things as well, right? Because we don't just want a lot of copper. We want a lot of, stuff in general. Stuff generally speaking. Look, I don't know what I'm saying, but we're going to set this up right now. And for that, we're going to have to go to the anomaly because that is where we are going to unlock this thing, ladies and gentlemen. Because the way I think it works is basically you have some type of container, right, that holds the copper in this instance, right? And then there's like tubes that go from the mineral extractor to it or something of that nature. Probably I should shut up since I don't actually know. Alrighty, here we are, and the moment of truth is upon us just about, really, with regards to unlocking this thing. Because, yes, here we go, the mineral extractor right here, right? But then we didn't have like enough salvage data or whatever, but now we do, and so I didn't actually unlock anything else. But here's my theory, right? We got the supply depot, right? Which is just going to hold the stuff, I think. And it literally says that that's what it does, so I'm correct. Then the supply line, I'm sure, just takes the stuff to the supply depot. Hope that made sense, even though it almost definitely didn't, because every time I try to explain anything in this world, it does not work. Look, doesn't matter. We're gonna unlock both of them right now. And as far as the crafting goes, kind of insignificant enough to where I don't even have to really include that in the video much. So the main thing of this one is going to be finding something that's not copper, right? We're going to go into the wilderness back at the planet we started on there, and we're going to go find something that's not copper, set up a mineral extractor for that, and then store stuff from that mineral extractor, and then go back and set up the storage for the copper mineral extractor as well. All kinds of exciting stuff. Now then, why am I going back to my ship when I could just teleport to my base? Is a real good question to ask. Alrighty, here we are, and of course it's nighttime, because if I'm going to make a video, you're not going to be able to see. That would be just too good to be true. I think I had several strokes in that last sentence, but that's okay, because we can move on from that. Look, we gotta open our visor, I'm pretty sure, in order to find a location that is going to give us a resource with the mineral extractor, and I think we go to the pickaxe down here at the bottom in order to do that. And as you see, no hotspot nearby, which is not what we like to hear, because that means it's not even going to tell us which way to go to look. And so I'm going to go out into the forest, right? I'm going to go into the woods, basically, and see if I can find anything out there. Now, one thing that's annoying about this is you do have to build the mineral extractors within the confines of a base computer. That's why I have one over there with that one, as you can see. And so that's unfortunate, because it means we're going to have to build another base computer for this, which is like kind of annoying, again, because, why would I want to build a whole new base computer for just a mineral extractor? It's a good question in this life, but look, you got to do what you got to do, and so this is going to show me a new hotspot, and our hope is that it's not going to be copper, right? Because we don't want copper again. We want something else in addition to copper, and so that's me telling you the obvious thing in life. Now then, I'm getting this terrible feeling in the pit of my stomach that this is actually leading me to the one we already have, right, is what it kind of looks like, and so maybe actually I need to try again in this life. That was a precisely accurate judgment for me. Yep, led us straight to the one we already made. Oh, how unfortunate. Anyways, may as well cash in since we're already here. Give me my... Oh, there's none. I guess I forgot to turn the power back on. That'll always get you when you're dealing with something that needs electricity. Now then, I suppose I just need to try again until I find something significant, and so I'll just be back whenever we got a tip on something, right? I want to follow some leads here. I don't want a big, fat, nothing sandwich to fall straight into your lap. Ah, well, I thought things were going to go as I planned, but instead I fell all the way down here, and, getting out of here might not be the funnest, actually. But, look. I gripe about things that are not relevant, and so I'm sorry, I'll shut up now until we are where we are trying to go. For real stuff. Aww. Yeah. Alrighty, so I got a location here on the thing, and what the first thing you're gonna notice is that too bad it's in the ocean, right? Too bad it's in the ocean, except hopefully it's not, right? Maybe, perhaps we can summon our Nautilon, and actually hopefully it's across the water here, and if it's not, then too bad for me. Yep, right there in the water is where it's at. So, that right there is too bad. Oh boy, I think we finally got something that's actually in an opportune locale, and so I'm gonna cash in on this and hope that it's not copper. And if it is copper, then I'll have to contemplate whether or not I care enough about getting something else to actually keep looking for something else. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm getting beat to death, and, so I'm sorry, but this is how it's gotta be. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm not much for murder, but you just wouldn't leave me up, and you just keep on, so I have to. That's what I've got to do. You made me. Stupid. Stupid. Alright, look. I didn't want to, but this is how it's got to be. You got to build a base for these things, and so I'm going to do it. And I'm going to call this one... I'm gonna call this one Other Base. And so, there we go. We got another base. Beautiful as could be. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I forgot what it takes to make a mineral extractor and probably didn't bring what I need. But that lack of wisdom right there is what we can expect here on the World Class Jerk channel. And oh dear, we're just too short on that chromatic metal. Who would have guessed that I would do something so ridiculously foolish? And if you pay really close attention, you'll see that the base is not even almost nearby, and so I'm just gonna have to do this the hard way. Alright, I've gone and gotten what I need, so now we're gonna see if this is a copper deposit or not, and if it's not a copper deposit, well, then I will tell you the truth here, which is that I give up on anything other than copper, and we'll just make this video about such. Oh, yeah, here we go! Let's see what it is. Copper. Yeah, that's good stuff. Okay, you know what? I lied. I'll go to a different planet, and I'll do it again. Okay, I will. I won't give up, because I don't do that. I don't do that. How do you remove a base in this life? How do I disband you? Delete. Delete. Thank you for delete. But yes, I'm going to go back to the planet that we started on, and that's where I'm going to try to look for something in this life that's, you know, something else. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really know you could do this, so it's probably just going to snitch on what it is. And, what is it? What is it? Magnetized ferrite! Look at that. So we got something that's not copper. Nothing crazy, but something that's not copper, and it's really close to my base. Like, that hill right there, right there. Right over that hill is my base. And so look at that. We've got something else. So we can start to finish this son of a gun like the family we are right now. And it's within my base confines. I actually didn't know that. It's within the confines of my base already. So yeah, we can just throw it together, no problem at all. That's my favorite thing in the entire universe. And so let's get started with this. First things first, I'm going to power it. And so now we have the exact same setup that we have with our copper, where it's just going to give us 250 of this. And so, nothing special. Now it's time to get with the fancy stuff. So I need a supply depot, right? Need a supply depot, which I reckon I'll just place down shoulder to shoulder with this thing. Why not? And now I got to figure out how to connect it with this right here, but I don't have any carbon. Why? Why don't I have any carbon? I have condensed carbon in great amounts. And so I'm going to try to find a mushroom without even moving. And I'm going to murder it from right here. And then I'll have the carbon I need. Look at this, look at me being smart and all that stuff. And so, there we go. It should be as simple as that, I would hope. And so, it's just like the wires. Okay, it's just like the wires. We connect it like that. And then everyone in the entire world is happy, right? Everybody, right? Yes. And so, it holds 5 times as much as this. And then once it gets full, I'm assuming this can fill up too, so we will have 1,500 magnetized ferrite, and that's really exciting stuff. Now then, look at me in the eyes, right? Look at me in the eyes. That was weird, actually. I'm sorry I said that. But look, we're going to do the same thing to our copper on the other planet. And then, honestly, I might real quick, like, probably off-camera style, if I'm being honest, set up a third resource so that my whole life is easier. But, doesn't matter, because it's probably going to be off-camera. So, Yeah. Alrighty, we've done it. We are here, and so this is like I need to just put it together. Nothing fancy, really. It's just kind of a big moment for me personally as a guy, because I don't like gathering copper by myself, and I don't like having to come here every 4 seconds, so it's nice to have it, like, gathered in larger amounts. And these right here, they get on my nerves. These freaking brats that keep attacking me every single day, but I need to stop complaining and just do my thing. Uh-huh. Just like, there. And boom, boom, just like that, we're gonna have so much dang copper. And so now if I went and I like let's say for example that I laid down and went to sleep right now, I could come back after I slept and have all that copper in this world. Ah, dang it, he took my kidney out of my back. But yes, family, let's ignore the fact that I'm almost dead, as you can see by the red border around the screen here. And let's just say this, you know, goodbye. Yeah, that's the end. Yeah, goodbye. Not much to say actually, huh? Well, goodbye.